Millions of people walk through Grand Central Terminal every single day, never realizing a hidden secret lies quietly beneath their feet, untouched for generations. Just a few levels below the crowded platforms exists a forgotten railway track, sealed away from public access, known only to a small circle of insiders. This was not an ordinary platform or storage track, but a private terminal built exclusively for one man, the President of the United States. The hidden location was known as Track 61, a secretive extension designed with one purpose: to move Franklin Delano Roosevelt without being seen. In an era defined by uncertainty and war, visibility could be dangerous, and even the smallest public detail could become a national vulnerability. Franklin Delano Roosevelt carried a secret of his own, one that shaped how he moved, appeared, and was protected from public perception. The president suffered from paralysis, a condition he carefully concealed from the American people to maintain confidence during difficult national moments. Public appearances were controlled with precision, ensuring that his physical limitations never became a symbol of weakness during a fragile period in history. This secret terminal became an essential solution, allowing him to travel discreetly without exposure to cameras, crowds, or unnecessary public scrutiny. The entrance to this hidden system was cleverly connected to the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, one of the most luxurious and secure locations in New York. A private elevator was installed, designed specifically to carry the president directly from his train car into the hotel without stepping into public view. Every movement was calculated, every detail engineered to ensure that secrecy was maintained at all times, without drawing suspicion from anyone nearby. Even the construction of Track 61 itself was kept off official public maps, hidden from standard records and known only to select authorities. Workers who participated in its creation were often unaware of its true purpose, following instructions without ever seeing the complete design. This level of secrecy transformed the terminal into something more than infrastructure, turning it into a silent symbol of hidden presidential movement. At the center of this system stood an unusual object, an armored train car designed to transport the president safely beneath the city streets. This train car, often referred to as MNC 61, was reinforced for protection, blending security with mobility in a way rarely seen at the time. Inside, it was not luxurious but practical, built for function rather than comfort, ensuring the president could move without risk or delay. The platform remained dim, quiet, and isolated, far removed from the echoing sounds and constant motion of the busy terminal above. Only a handful of individuals were ever allowed to witness the operation of Track 61 while it was actively used during Roosevelt's presidency. For them, it was not just a hidden location, but a controlled environment where history quietly unfolded away from public awareness. Yet, even the most carefully hidden systems cannot remain active forever, especially as time changes the priorities and structures of leadership. After Franklin Delano Roosevelt's presidency came to an end, the necessity of such extreme secrecy slowly began to fade from government operations. The terminal, once essential, started to lose its purpose, becoming less relevant as new systems and security approaches replaced older methods. Without a president requiring hidden access, Track 61 gradually slipped into silence, its importance diminishing with each passing year. The armored train car remained, but no longer served its original role, sitting motionless in the darkness as a relic of a forgotten era. Maintenance declined, attention shifted elsewhere, and the hidden platform began its quiet transformation into something abandoned and overlooked. What was once a highly protected and carefully maintained system slowly became a neglected space hidden beneath layers of time and memory. Decades passed, and the existence of Track 61 faded from public awareness, turning into little more than a rumor whispered among urban explorers. Even within official circles, knowledge of the terminal became fragmented, its story partially remembered but rarely discussed in full detail. The secrecy that once protected it now contributed to its disappearance, allowing it to slip almost entirely out of historical narratives. Above ground, Grand Central Terminal continued to thrive, filled with life, movement, and the constant rhythm of modern transportation. Below, Track 61 remained frozen in time, disconnected from the present and preserved in a state of quiet abandonment. Dust gathered on surfaces that were once carefully maintained, while silence replaced the controlled activity that once defined the hidden space. The private elevator still existed, though rarely used, standing as a silent reminder of the connection between power and secrecy. Few people today realize how close they are to this forgotten location as they walk across the grand halls above it. The distance between the known and the hidden is not measured in miles, but in awareness, memory, and forgotten purpose. Over time, stories of Track 61 began to resurface, drawing curiosity from historians, journalists, and those fascinated by hidden urban spaces. Yet access remains restricted, maintaining an air of mystery that continues to surround the abandoned terminal even in modern times. The reasons for this continued restriction are not always clear, adding another layer of intrigue to an already secretive location. Some believe it is preserved for historical significance, while others suggest practical concerns keep it closed to public exploration. Regardless of the reason, Track 61 remains hidden, existing quietly beneath one of the busiest transportation hubs in the world. Its story reflects a moment in history when secrecy was not just preferred, but necessary for leadership and national stability. It also reveals how quickly even the most important systems can become obsolete when circumstances change over time. The terminal was never destroyed, never repurposed, but simply left behind as priorities shifted and attention moved elsewhere. This quiet abandonment gives Track 61 a unique presence, existing not as a ruin, but as a preserved fragment of the past. Unlike other forgotten places, it was not lost through decay alone, but through deliberate silence and gradual disappearance from memory. The story of Track 61 is not just about a hidden train station, but about the lengths taken to protect perception and control visibility. It reflects a time when image and strength were closely guarded, especially during periods of national uncertainty and global conflict. Franklin Delano Roosevelt's use of this hidden space was not simply convenience, but a strategic decision shaped by circumstance. Every hidden corridor and silent mechanism was part of a larger effort to maintain confidence in leadership during critical moments. Today, the terminal stands as a reminder of how much effort can go into hiding something that once mattered deeply. It also raises questions about how many other hidden systems may exist, quietly waiting beneath the surface of everyday life. Not every secret is meant to be discovered, and not every forgotten place is meant to be fully understood. Track 61 exists somewhere in between, known enough to be remembered, but hidden enough to remain mysterious. Its presence challenges the idea that history is always visible, suggesting instead that some parts are intentionally kept out of sight. The platform, the train car, and the silent tunnels remain, unchanged by time, but separated from the world above. It is a place where movement once happened without witnesses and decisions unfolded without public awareness. Now, it exists only as a quiet echo of its former purpose, disconnected from the urgency that once defined it. Those who learn about Track 61 often find themselves imagining what it must have felt like during its active years. The silence, the control, and the careful orchestration of every detail create an image that feels almost cinematic in nature. Yet it was real, built not for imagination, but for necessity during one of the most significant periods in American history. As time continues to move forward, the distance between that era and the present only grows larger. Still, Track 61 remains, unchanged and hidden, quietly resisting the passage of time beneath the city above it. It does not demand attention, nor does it reveal itself easily to those passing overhead each day. Instead, it waits in silence, existing as a reminder of how history can fade without ever truly disappearing. The story of this hidden terminal is not one of dramatic destruction, but of quiet disappearance and forgotten purpose. It represents a chapter that was never fully closed, only set aside and gradually left behind by those who moved on. Beneath the noise of modern life, Track 61 continues to exist, unchanged and unnoticed by the millions who pass above. Its silence speaks not of emptiness, but of a past carefully preserved beyond the reach of ordinary experience. And while the world above continues to evolve, the hidden terminal remains frozen in a moment that refuses to fade completely. A secret built for a president, now resting in darkness, reminding us that some histories are not lost, only hidden beneath our feet.